Hello everyone, welcome to my class on Tableau. So in this class, we'll discuss how you can construct histogram in Tableau. So for that, let me just open my Tableau desktop. So we'll work on Tableau desktop. Either you can work on desktop or you can work on Tableau public, that doesn't matter. Fine. So for this, I'll need to connect with Excel file and I'm going to use sample superstore Excel workbook. Once it get connected, so the advantage of working on Tableau desktop is that you work on the live data. So I there it have three worksheets. So I just drag the order worksheet here. So out of the three worksheet, order, people and return, the worksheet what is relevant for us is order worksheet. So here you can see 21 field. Field means here column and it have 10,194 data. I can go to any sheet. Suppose here I'll click and wrote histogram because I want to discuss the construction of histogram here. So in order to work on histogram, if you go to show me, okay, for histogram, you just need one measure. Okay, so the measure what we are going to use here is quantity. So you can see there are a lot of measures are there like discount, profit, quantity, sales. Okay, so if you go and check in Excel workbook, sample superstore Excel workbook. So if I go and check, so normally sample superstore Excel workbook, you'll find under document, my Tableau repository, then inside that data source. So if I show you by pathwise, 1 minute. So if I just open from the actual path, so I'll go to documents. Under documents, I'll go to my Tableau repository. Under that data source, you can choose any year. Then sample superstore workbook. So inside the sample superstore workbook, now in order to work on this construction of histogram, I need one measure. So there are a lot of measures I have. Probably measures means quantitative data. Here you can see sales, quantity, discount, profit. Okay, inside this, I'm going to use quantity here to construct the histogram. You can see under quantity, different values of quantities are given. So probably if you go through filter, you'll actually understand these quantity values varies from 1 to 14. Okay, so I'm going to use this column called quantity here. So again, coming back to the Tableau. So I just, what I can do, I can drag the quantity under row. Okay, now I can see sum of quantity. I can use drop down arrow under that measure. By default, sum will come. You can change it to count. Okay, now I got the count of the quantity. Okay, then what I can do, I can go to quantity. Okay, inside quantity, again drop down arrow. Then I can go under create. Under create, you need to go to bins. Under bins, you can just create some field or column, what you call. So maybe I call this as new histogram and size of bin. So I made this as 2. So size of bin means width of the class interval of the histogram. I pressed OK. So I can see new histogram being created here. Field that I'll drag under column. Once you've done that, you can see this kind of discrete histogram kind of representation. So for this, I'll go to new histogram and I change this discrete to continuous. Okay, and this size I try to increase to maximum. Okay, and this standard view I'll change to entire view. Fine. Then in order to make the quantity visible, I can put quantity under levels. So I can see the value of the quantity. Okay, I can see the value of the quantity here. So for, because we have the quantity varies from 1 to 14. So you can see the maximum quantity, like maximum demand is of which possibly 2 to 4. You can see the maximum demand of this quantity. You can work on, because now this data become continuous, you can work on mean, median, mode, standard deviation, all possible calculation. I hope you know how you can find mean by using sum of fx by sum of f. Median, you arrange the data in ascending order, and then you write down the less than cumulative frequency. So that way, then there's a calculation steps are there. Mode, for that you just need to draw two vertical line from this end to this end, and from this end to this end, the point where they get intersect, that would be your mode. Again, so anyway, so coming back from statistics, this way you can do like this work. Again, I can just drag the new histogram here, and again I can pull it back. Where's new histogram? Again, I can put it back. Okay, once this is done, what I can do, I can go to size, click on fixed. So that way I'll get this possible representation of the data. What form I wanted the data, you can work like this way. Okay, the same I can just see and from my sheet. Okay, these are the steps what is required. Okay, from measure first, okay, what I did, I drag the quantity under the row. So this I got sum of quantity. So that I can change to count of quantity by using measure count. Then I can go to quantity. I use drop down arrow, create edit bin. In the edit bin, in the new field name, I change that to the new histogram, and size of bin I made two. Okay, then new column called new histogram get created. So that I put under column. I got like this representation. Then I try to maximize my size, and I change the view from standard to entire view. Then I clicked on downward arrow in the new histogram, and change it to convert to continuous. Okay, this also I've done. Okay, so these are the steps which were required. Okay, to create this, I have done all those steps which were required here. So this way you get the histogram. The other way you can create histogram is that you simply click on quantity. Okay, and then go to show me. Under show me, click on histogram. So you got this. Then you can drag the quantity under level. So you can see the value, and size of bin also you can see this is 2. In case if this is not 2, what you can do, okay, if that is not 2, you can go, okay, the other way. 1 minute, let me close and show you again, because that is affecting. So again, let me just open the Tableau. So I'm connecting with Excel workbook. You know the steps, sample superstore workbook. Yeah, drag the order under drag table. Yeah, once done, go to the sheet. So what I was trying to tell you, go to quantity, select the quantity, and then what you can do, click on histogram. Once you clicked on histogram, you can drag the quantity. You can drag the quantity under level. You can see the values. Okay, now this is not exactly, the size of bin is not exactly 2. So you can go to quantity of bin, and there you can go to edit, and size of the bin, it will coming as 1.77. You can change it to 2. So you can see the field name is quantity of bin. You can change this name. Like you remember previously when I showed you the histogram construction, there I wrote new histogram. So there you can write quantity of bin or new histogram. You can do all that work. Okay, everyone. So this way your histogram got changed. So I hope this all you understood. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you all in next class. Bye, everyone.